your reverser.
That one's forward, the other one's reverse.
Reverse, neutral. This is your throttle.
That's throttle.
Basically, that's giving it your power.
These are the brakes.
Yeah, so you have two brakes. You have independent, which is your locomotive brake.
Engine.
And this is your train line, your train brakes.
Train brakes for the engine.
Yep, and then
Horn.
horn. Good. And then we got the yellow handle, bell. So if you want to blow the horn, go for it.
Okay. That big air whistle up there. That's what it hit. Boy, I make it sound real.
You did.
There's a reason for this. I have no scale train of my own.
You do? That's awesome.
Yep, and most is all diesel locomotives. But I prefer them over steamers because they're easier to get going.
Yeah. They're also easy to move. You can pick them up. You know, when these things need to get up off the track, it's not easy.
These are easier to get back on the rails than a steamer
That's true.
because they have more wheels. And yes, you also got these handy control switches which help
Yeah. So here we've got a couple.
headlight. That's
So
one
we've
thing.
got a control switch, which is basically like a safety. Headlight rear, headlight front, cab light, which would be up here. Gauge lights so at night, I can see what I'm doing.
Those gauge lights over here.
Yep. And then a heater. So that box in front of you is actually a heater. The one that's right down there, it's actually a heater. So I can keep my feet warm in the winter.
That's
And
good.
then up here, I have ground lights.
Ground.
Beacon, I have a flashing beacon above the cab.
Which can't be seen.
And then marker lights on both ends.
little small ones.
Yeah.
You don't want to set that when going in reverse.
What's that?
Well, when going in reverse, I know they have to set that, as I've seen with Mark. End of the line, switch to the other end.
Yeah. Technically, when you're running, we should have
Headlight.
both. When you have a train behind you, you don't have that. So if I had a coach on this end, I wouldn't have that headlight on. So technically, I don't. So, you know, you want people to know that when someone sees a headlight, it means a train's coming. They can see a train. Like,
Yep.
if I'm sitting here without a headlight on, someone's going to think it's hard. It'll be harder to notice it.
Yep, they wouldn't see you until it's too late.
Exactly.